Hello, my name is Jonathan Lazier, and this is a video on the environmental effects on crime. Today I'm going to discuss the environmental effects on crime, trends, and patterns, and how they do so. There are many environmental factors that can play a role in criminal trends and patterns, but I have chosen the four that I find most influential. Those are social media, family life, community outreach, and socioeconomics. In many ways, crime has remained constant over the years, but at the same time, there are factors that have changed the way that crime is both committed and solved. The first we are going to discuss is social media. Social media is the first and possibly the most impactful influence that I will discuss. Social media has changed the way that criminals commit crimes and how law enforcement solves crimes. Social media has given criminals new ways to victimize people, but the biggest impact is in the way that law enforcement is now available to use social media to catch criminals quicker and easier than in decades past. According to Bob Bezinchek, law enforcement uses some form of social media to investigate and build nearly 80% of their cases. They are able to post crime scene photos, criminal descriptions, and even suspect lists on their social media pages. Doing this allows for more people to see the information and can respond with any information that they may have. Now, with that avenue and good old-fashioned police work, crimes can be solved at a much higher rate. The next factor we are going to talk about is family life. The second factor that has influenced crime trends and patterns is family life. Family life has always been and will always be a huge contributor to crime. Studies show that youth coming from broken homes are 9 times more likely to commit crimes than those of stable, well-balanced families, according to Andy Bloxham of The Telegraph. As we grow, we learn from our family and friends. We absorb everything. And if we see crime and all we know is crime, then there is a high probability the child of that life will grow up and become a criminal. The same goes for a child of stable home. If all they know is respect and balance, then there is a high probability that the child will grow up to be a productive member of society. The third that we will look at is community outreach. And this is how it factors into criminal trends and patterns. The community has always been a big factor in helping the police with information on suspects, as well as keeping watch in the community, which helps keep criminals away. They also provide activities for the youth and adults, which give the community things to do rather than be out committing crime. The most effective approach might consist of combination of predictive policing and community-focused strategies that aim to build community rather than merely generate a list of potential offenders. These two approaches, plus police oversight and accountability, make for a potent combination of preventative measures. This is a direct quote from Daphne Stanford of the U.S. News. The last one is socioeconomic factors. Socioeconomic factors are possibly the oldest and most well-known environmental factors in relating to crime trends and patterns. Studies show that youth and young adults that come from poverty are more likely to commit crimes and more likely to commit violent crimes. Same study shows that youth and young adults from a family of wealth are more likely to do hard drugs and sell drugs. And this is all because, with poverty, people often find it hard to find income and struggle to find ways to make ends meet, so they begin to steal and they begin to get into that life of crime. And this is all my references and everything that I found to do the research with the pictures and all of the information that I found. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope that it was beneficial in you making your decision.